Welcome back to our channel, World Coins History. As you knew that old is gold, but these rare $quarter coins that are most valuable than you think, don't spend one of them, so please watch complete video and find your treasure. Let's start this. Top 1. Today, we're diving into a coin that looks like your everyday change but might just be hiding a small fortune in your pocket, the United States Virginia $quarter from the year 2000. If you're a coin lover or even someone who's just a little curious about what's rattling around in your spare change jar, you'll want to hear this very carefully. The Virginia State Quarter was released in the year 2000 as part of the U.S. Mint's 50 State Quarters program, one of the most popular coin series in American history. On its reverse, the coin proudly features the three ships that brought the first English settlers to Jamestown in 1607, the Susan Constant, the Godspeed, and the Discovery. It's a beautiful design with the caption, Jamestown 1607 to 2007, and a tribute to the birthplace of the American colony. Millions were made. In fact, over 1.5 billion of these quarters were minted, yes, billion with a B. So, you might ask, how can such a common coin be worth anything more than 25 cents? Well, here's where things get exciting. What makes this coin special isn't just its historic design, it's the rare errors and varieties that slipped through the minting process. And those errors are what turn a regular pocket quarter into a rare collector's gem. One of the most sought-after errors on the Virginia quarter is the off-center strike. In this error, the coin's image is not perfectly centered, sometimes drastically. The more dramatic the shift, the more valuable the coin. Another rare find is the double die error, where the image or lettering appears doubled, most noticeably on the ship details or the words Virginia and Jamestown. Collectors also look for clad layer missing errors, where part of the coin appears copper-colored because the outer nickel layer is missing. That gives the coin a unique, eye-catching look and makes it highly collectible. And let's not forget the die crack or cut errors, where parts of the coin appear to have extra metal or raised bumps due to breaks in the minting die. These can make your coin one of a kind. Now, here's where your ears should perk up. Some of these error coins have been sold at auctions for incredible amounts. A Virginia quarter with a significant off-center strike has sold for as much as $400. Double die errors have fetched prices up to $250, while missing clad layer coins in excellent condition have brought in over $600. And that's not just auction hype, these are real prices collectors are paying in today's market. Even a standard Virginia quarter in uncirculated, mint condition, straight from a roll or a mint set, can be worth more than face value. In pristine condition, graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC, it can sell for $20 to $50, and sometimes more if it's a top pop example. So, next time you're flipping through your spare change, take a second look at that 2000 Virginia quarter. It could be more than just another coin. It could be a rare piece of history hiding in plain sight. Coin collecting isn't just a hobby, it's a treasure hunt. And this quarter is one of those coins that proves the adventure might just start in your own pocket. If you enjoyed this video and learned something new, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with your fellow coin hunters. You never know, the next coin we talk about could be the one in your hand. Top 2. We are unlocking the story behind a coin that might seem ordinary but has a wild side hidden in its metal, the United States of America $quarter from 2015 featuring the Kisatchie National Forest. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just someone curious about the change in your pocket, stay with us, because this coin has a lot more going on than meets the eye. Released as part of the America the Beautiful Quarters program, the Kisatchie quarter honors Louisiana's breathtaking Kisatchie National Forest. The reverse of the coin shows a wild turkey in full flight, soaring above longleaf pine trees, a tribute to the untamed beauty of southern wilderness. It's not just a coin, it's a snapshot of nature frozen in silver and copper. Now here's where things get interesting. Although millions of these quarters were minted, only a tiny fraction holds significant collector value. Why? Because of certain rare mint errors and high-grade conditions that turn this forest-themed coin into a valuable find for numismatists and treasure hunters alike. First up, let's talk about mint errors. One of the most popular among collectors is the off-center strike, where the design is misaligned during the minting process. The greater the misalignment, the more valuable the coin becomes. If the date and mint mark are still visible despite the error, you've got a winner. Then there's the double die error, a fan favorite among collectors. This occurs when the coin is struck more than once with slight shifts, leading to visible doubling on letters, numbers, or design elements, often seen on the turkey's feathers, tree branches, or the word Kisatchie. Another rare one is the die clash error, where part of the coin shows ghost-like impressions from the opposite die due to a misstrike. These are easy to miss but add a unique charm and serious value to the coin, and don't forget the clad layer missing error, one of the most visually striking mistakes. The coin appears coppery on one side or both, with the shiny outer layer partially or completely absent. These are especially prized in high-grade examples, but here's something collectors truly chase: pristine, mint state or proof condition coins. These are coins that were never circulated, still shining as they came from the mint. When professionally graded by services like PCGS or NGC, high-grade Kisatchie quarters can stand out and command top-dollar.so. You're probably wondering, what's the actual value of this wild forest quarter? Let's break it down. A Kisatchie quarter with a minor off-center strike or light die clash can sell for $20 to $30. If it has a stronger error like a bold double die or dramatic misstrike, the price can jump up to $75 or more. A missing clad layer error in near-mint condition? That's sold for over $150 at auctions, but here's the real kicker: a perfect MS-68 grade Kisatchie quarter, meaning nearly flawless condition, has been auctioned for more than $350. Yes, a quarter that once cost 25 cents can now buy a collector's dream. So, next time you're sorting through your coins or get change at the store, take a close look. That wild turkey in flight might just be your ticket to a valuable find. Coin collecting is not just about old, dusty coins. Sometimes, the treasures are newer than you think. Top 3, we are exploring a coin that rides in from the wide-open prairies of the American West, the 2007 United States quarter dollar from Wyoming. Don't let its simple design fool you. This quarter carries a legacy of the wild frontier and, for the sharp-eyed collector, possibly a big payday. If you're a coin lover or just someone curious about the hidden value in everyday change, listen closely and enjoy. This is one you don't want to miss. The Wyoming State Quarter was the 44th coin released in the U.S. Mint's legendary 50 State Quarters program. Its design is as bold and free as the state it represents. On the reverse side, you'll see a silhouette of a bucking horse and rider, a powerful symbol of Wyoming's cowboy culture, independence, and rugged spirit. Alongside it are the words, "The Equality State," recognizing Wyoming's proud history as the first state to grant women the right to vote. At first glance, this quarter may seem too simple to be rare. After all, more than 500 million were minted across the Philadelphia and Denver mints. But in the world of coin collecting, even the most common-looking coins can hide secrets. And this quarter is no exception. What makes the 2007 Wyoming quarter a treasure to collectors are the rare mint errors and condition-based rarities that slipped into circulation. These are the mistakes and variations that turn ordinary coins into something truly special. One of the most desirable errors found on the Wyoming quarter is the extra metal or die chip, usually appearing near the horse's mouth, saddle, or reins. These die breaks create a raised blob or bump on the coin that collectors love because each one is unique. Some of these are even nicknamed, like the spit-out tongue error when a die chip appears near the horse's mouth. There are also double die errors, where elements of the design appear slightly doubled. This may affect the date, the motto, E pluribus unum, or even the fine lines of the horse and rider. These errors are harder to spot without magnification, but their value can be impressive. Another known rarity is the off-center strike, where the design is shifted noticeably to one side. The more dramatic the shift, while still keeping the date and key features visible, the more the coin is worth. And let's not forget about missing clad layer errors, where part of the outer nickel coating is gone, exposing the copper core underneath. This error gives the coin a strange two-tone appearance and instantly catches a collector's eye, but even without errors, this coin can still be worth more than face value if it's in mint state condition. Coins graded MS-67 or higher, with perfect luster and no wear, are extremely desirable. Especially those from the Philadelphia Mint, which are known to be slightly less common in higher grades. Now, let's talk about the value. A Wyoming quarter with minor die chip errors can sell for $10 to $20, depending on the size and location of the chip. A more dramatic die break or a clear double die variety has been sold for as much as $150. Off-center strikes with good visibility can bring in over $200, especially if the coin is in great condition. A missing clad layer error? That can reach prices of $300 to $400, depending on the severity and whether it's on one or both sides. And if you're lucky enough to own a top-graded MS-68 Wyoming quarter certified by PCGS or NGC, you're looking at auction prices going up to $500 or more. So before you spend that quarter, take a closer look. That cowboy riding across the Wyoming plains might just be carrying a small fortune in your pocket. Top 4. We are uncovering the surprising story behind a coin that celebrates the heartland of America, the 2005 Kansas State Quarter Dollar. It might be sitting in your pocket right now, but this humble-looking quarter could be worth much more than 25 cents. If you're a coin collector or someone who just enjoys finding hidden treasures in everyday places, you'll want to pay close attention. Released in 2005 as part of the U.S. Mint's 50 State Quarters program, the Kansas Quarter honors the Sunflower State. On its reverse, it features a bold American bison standing tall on the prairie, and the iconic Kansas sunflower right beside it. It's a symbol of strength, nature, and frontier spirit. But while the design may seem simple, some of these coins are anything but ordinary. At first glance, this quarter might seem too common to be rare. After all, more than 563 million were minted. But don't be fooled, some of these Kansas quarters contain fascinating errors that have caught the attention of collectors everywhere. And those errors? That's where the real value begins. One of the most famous and hilarious errors is the "In God We Rust" error. Yes, you heard that right. On some Kansas quarters, a buildup of grease on the minting die caused the letter T in "trust" to disappear, leaving the motto reading, "In God We Rust." It's one of the most well-known and talked about mint errors in the entire State Quarter series, and yes, collectors are actively hunting for it. Another error to look out for is the double die error, where parts of the design appear double due to a misalignment during the minting process. You may notice this doubling on the words, Kansas, 2005, or even around the bison's head or legs. These aren't always easy to spot with the naked eye, but under magnification, they can reveal true rarity. There are also examples of off-center strikes, where the image and text are shifted away from the center of the coin. These can vary from slight to dramatic. The more off-center it is, while still keeping the date and key features visible, the more valuable it becomes. Another error that's highly sought after is the clad layer missing error. This occurs when the outer layer of nickel is missing from one side of the coin, revealing a copper core. These coins have a distinct look and stand out immediately to trained eyes. If you find a Kansas quarter with one shiny silver side and the other side dull copper, you may be holding a serious collector's piece. And of course, even without dramatic errors, Kansas quarters in pristine condition, untouched, uncirculated, and graded by professionals, can carry solid value on the market. Coins with the highest grades are especially hard to find, making them desirable for serious collectors. Now let's talk about the real market value. A Kansas quarter with the "In God We Rust" error in circulated condition can sell for $20 to $40, depending on visibility. If the error is bold and the coin is in great shape, prices climb up to $80 or more. Double die examples, though harder to find, can sell for over $100, especially in high grade. Off-center strikes vary widely, but clean examples showing at least 50% off-center have been sold for $200 or higher. And a Kansas quarter with a missing clad layer? That's a rare find, and these have reached $300 to $400 in verified sales. Finally, top-graded Kansas quarters, graded MS-68 or above by PCGS or NGC, have been auctioned for more than $500, making them one of the most desirable modern state quarters in the series. So next time you get change from the store, take a moment and check that Kansas quarter. Look closely. Is it rusting instead of trusting? Is the bison slightly doubled? Is the image off-center? You might just be holding a rare error coin worth hundreds of dollars. Top 5, and last rare coin, we are uncovering the story of a coin that honors American strength and history, the 2011 Vicksburg quarter dollar from the United States of America. At first glance, it may seem like just another coin in your pocket, but this one could be worth far more than 25 cents. So if you're a coin lover or simply enjoy spotting rare finds in your change, listen very carefully. This is one you don't want to overlook. The Vicksburg quarter was released as part of the U.S. Mint's America the Beautiful Quarters program, paying tribute to Vicksburg National Military Park in Mississippi. On the reverse, you'll find the mighty USS Cairo, a Civil War ironclad gunboat, an iconic piece of naval history sailing across the face of the coin. It's not just a beautiful design, it's a reminder of a time when control of the Mississippi River shaped the outcome of a nation. Now here's the exciting part. Some of these quarters are hiding serious value, thanks to rare mint errors and special conditions that collectors are constantly hunting for. One of the most popular errors is the double die, where the design is slightly doubled due to misalignment during the minting process. On this coin, doubling can appear in the rigging of the ship or the lettering, such as Mississippi or E pluribus unum. If you spot it, you've got something special. Another rare find is the off-center strike, where the coin design is not properly aligned. These errors vary in value, but the more off-center the image, especially with the date still visible, the more collectors will pay. Then there's the clad layer missing error. This happens when the top nickel layer doesn't get applied properly, exposing the copper core. It gives the coin a distinct reddish tone on one or both sides, and it's an instant attention grabber in the collecting world. You might also spot die chips or cut errors, where extra metal appears due to cracks or breaks in the minting die. These may be small, but they make the coin unique, and uniqueness means value. Condition matters too. Coins in mint state, meaning they were never circulated, are worth far more, especially those graded MS 67 or higher by PCGS or NGC. And don't forget the proof versions from San Francisco, particularly the silver ones, which are already sought after in the collector's market. So how much are these coins really worth? Here are the real-world numbers. A Vicksburg quarter with a visible die chip or light error can sell for $15 to $30. A strong double die example? Those can go for $80 to $120. Off-center errors with visible dates have sold for over $150. If you find one with a missing clad layer in great condition, it could be worth $300 to $400. And the top-tier examples, MS 68 or higher, have reached $500 to $600 at auction. Even the silver-proof versions in flawless shape have sold for over $200. So the next time you check your change and spot the USS Cairo sailing across your quarter, take a closer look. It might just be more than a tribute to history, it could be a small fortune in your hands. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful or interesting, be sure to like, subscribe, and share it with other coin hunters. Keep your eyes on your change, because history and hidden value often come in small, shiny circles. Happy collecting!